So second sound. Third sound. Next sound. Ah. So let's do it again. Ah. Go back to that A. What sound is that, Jennifer? Do we hear? Ah. Nice job. Scratch. Way to go. Who can read us the second line? Sebastian?
Adam opened his eyes and pulled the covers up to his chin.
Nice job. What do we hear for short vowel sounds in those words, Pedro, or in that sentence? Up. Snap if you agree with up. Yeah, up we have the up, short vowel U.
To his chin.
So two, if we pressed out two, we would have t, ooh. Is ooh one of our short vowel sounds? Nope, so we wouldn't do two, but chin you said, chin also. What short vowel sound do we hear in chin? It. Nice job, way to go. All right, we are going to stop here. You guys did a nice job with your do now, but we're going to move on to learning something a little bit different today. I need to grab us new notebooks. So please put your bumpy boards in the air so I can grab them. And you can file your homework and your do now from today. I did check it.
So far, do now.
Yep, you're going to do your do now and your homework. I want you to have your do now and your homework so you can use it for your homework tonight. Sebastian?
What are you going to teach me in Pedro?
We'll do that after. Another day. Thank you. Okay, I'm putting a notebook on your desk. We are going to call this our reference notebook. Please say reference notebook.
Reference notebook.
What are we calling it, Jennifer?
Reference notebook.
Reference. Perfect, yeah. Reference. Reference.
Notebook.
Reference, so ref. Notebook. Reference. Reference notebook. What are we calling it, Sebastian?
Reference notebook.
Good. What are we calling it, Jennifer? Reference
notebook.
Perfect. Nice job. Way to go. Okay, in this reference notebook, we are going to be doing something called dictation. Track up here. This is the word dictation. Please say dictation.
Dictation.
And put it all together. Dictation.
Dictation.
Nice job. Dictation is when you are told words, phrases, and sentences to write. So I'm going to say, please write the word, blah, blah, blah. Please write the phrase, blah, blah, blah. Please write the sentence, blah, blah, blah. So you will not have to come with the ideas of what you're going to write. I'm actually going to tell you what to write, okay? So, first thing that we're going to do for our dictation is open up our reference notebooks to the first page. Lovely, perfecto. If this is my page, every day we do dictation, in the top right corner, so up here, I am going to put the date. So please now put 10-1-14 in the top right corner of your reference notebook.
Here?
Yep, perfect. Thank you, Sebastian. I know you're ready because your hand's free. Thank you, Pedro. I know you're ready because your hand's free. Nice job. Okay, the first thing that we are going to do today is we are going to practice how to do dictation with sounds. So we're actually going to practice writing out our vowel sounds. So on your paper, we are going to number 1 through 5 with skipping a line in between. So we have 1, skip, 2, skip, 3, skip, 4, skip, and 5. Go ahead and do that now. So you'll write 1, skip a line, 2, skip a line, 3, skip a line, 4, skip a line, and 5. Do you have a question?
Are we supposed to start on the first question and skip like 2 or 1?
You're going to start on the first line, and I asked you to just skip one line. Thank you very much. Make sure that you have your dots or periods next to your numbers. This tells me that there is something coming after my number. Oh, you can just put it on that desk. Thank you, Jaden. Fantastic. Okay, now, after we do phrases, I'm going to ask you to write me some words. So we're going to put numbers down for our words. We're only going to do 2 words today. So I want you to skip a line, write 1, period, skip a line, 2, period. Go ahead and do that now.
So right here?
So you just skip, so after 5, you skip a line. On the next line, write 1, skip a line. On the next line, write 2. Perfect. So now we have spaces for our words, and for our sounds, and for our words. The next thing that I'm going to ask you to write is a phrase and then a sentence. So please skip a line and write a 1. That is for one phrase. And when we get to the phrase, I'll tell you what a phrase is. And then you are going to skip a line and write the number 1 again. And that is for our 1 sentence. Please put your hand down. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to do 5 sounds, 2 words, 1 phrase. So sounds, words, 1 phrase, and 1 sentence. Okay. Now please listen closely because there is a procedure that goes with it. So I want you to listen closely to my questions, and then I'm going to be looking for a specific answer. Okay? So once I'm looking for something from you, I'll point to you so you know that it's your turn to talk. We'll all do this together. Okay? So I'm going to say the first sound is ah. What's the sound? How do you spell ah? You can raise your hand for this one. What letter spells ah? Jennifer?
A.
A. Good. Please write A. Great. The next sound is ah. What's the sound?
Ah.
How do you spell ah? Sebastian?
Oh.
Oh, good. Please write O. The next sound is F. What's the sound?
F.
What's the sound?
F.
Okay, you're not listening to my directions right now, so you need to erase that, please, because we didn't get to that part yet. So this is your warning. Next time we're not following directions, it's a demerit. Listen to me again. The sound is F. What's the sound?
F.
How do you spell F? Pedro?
E.
Good. Please write E. Great. Next sound is I. What's the sound?
I.
Good. How do you spell I, Patrice?
I.
I. Good. Please write I. Here's another question that I'm going to add on. What sound does this spell? Or what sound does this say? Everyone? What sound does this say? I. Good. And the last sound is What's the sound?
Oh.
Oh. Did I ask you to write it yet?
Sorry.
Okay, so please erase. I asked you to follow my directions. We're going to start over. What's the sound is What's the sound? How do you spell Sebastian?
U.
U. Good. Please write U. And now, last question. What sound does this spell? Good. What sound does this spell? Great. All right, next one we're going to is our words. Now, please track up your hands-free pencils down. When you are spelling words, you can also use our friend Senior Press Out Thumbs to help you spell words, because you can press out the sounds that you hear in the word and it will give you the order to put the sounds so you can spell the word correctly. So we'll do a practice one together. We'll do number 1 together. So let's do the word stub. like I stubbed my toe or the stub of a tree. So pause where you are. We're going to do it together. Take out your press out hand. What's the word?
Stub.
Stub. I'm going to ask you, please press out stub. So when I ask you to press out stub, you will press out the sounds you hear. So let's press out stub together. B. Let's press it out one more time together. B. Okay. Now, if I don't know how to spell stub automatically, I know that the sounds are going to be in this order. So I can go back to my fingers, and I know that the first sound is S, so that's an S. I know the second sound is a T, that's a T. I know the third sound is that's a
U.
U. And I know the last sound is B. B. And that's the letter B. So this tells me stub is S-T-U-B. Good. Go ahead and write stub. Thank you for being hands-free, Pedro. Nice job. Okay, and the last word we'll do is drag. Like I drag something on the floor or drag something behind me. What is the word? You can all tell me. What's the word?
Drag.
Drag. Please press out drag. Good. So let's say this word a little bit slower. I'm hearing some drag, like a j sound at the beginning. The word is, listen closely. The word is drag, drag, drag. Good. How do you spell drag? Someone raise their hand and tell me, how do you spell drag? Jennifer. So go back to your hands. This is where we have to use our strategy. So if you're not sure, you know that you pressed out the sounds. D, R, A, G. So we have D. So what's that letter? What's the letter that makes the R sound? D, R. Pedro, what makes the sound? R. So we have D, R. D, R, A, D, R, A, G.
G.
D, R, A, G. Nice job. Okay, please write drag next to number 2. Way to go. You guys are doing great with the dictation. Okay, the next one I'm going to give you is a phrase. Now remember yesterday you talked with Ms. Savage about subject and predicate? Okay, so a phrase is something that is missing one of the parts. So it's just it's not a complete sentence. It's missing either a subject or it's missing a predicate. Okay? When you write the phrase, it is not a complete sentence, so you do not have to write a capital letter at the beginning and you do not have to have a period at the end. Okay? In a phrase, Patrice, do you have to have a capital letter at the beginning? No. In a phrase, Sebastian, do you have to have punctuation at the end?
No.
No. Perfect. Okay, so the phrase that we are going to spell or write today is, this is going to be easy, on the rug. So I'm going to say the phrase is on the rug. What is the phrase?
On the rug.
Good. Tell me one more time.
On the rug.
Nice job. I'm not going to ask you to press out the sounds of the words, but if you get stuck on one of the words, what's a strategy that you could use to help you spell Pedro? What do we call it? Send your thumbs tells us to do what? Press it out. So if you're writing on the rug, and say you get stuck with the word rug, you can press out the sounds and then write the phrase. Okay? So go ahead and write on the rug. 3 words. On the rug.